views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Y'all ready for this?
And a big booyah. Happy New Year. We are back. It is 6 p.m. I'm sorry, actually it is 5 p.m.
It is 5 p.m.,
We've got a special show today, expanded 2 hours, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Wednesday, January 3rd, the very first show in 2018. That means it's time for another installment of Southern Nevada Sports News coming to you from WWDBTV.com. Welcome to our brand new studio on East Sahara in beautiful Las Vegas. John Stiles doing the engineering and also apparently supervising the move over the last week to get us into our new digs. Congratulations and thank you very much, John, especially for inviting Southern Nevada Sports News along for the ride.
Absolutely.
My name is Bill Miller, co-host, along with
Jeff Belknap.
And we are excited to be here. Happy New Year, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Same to you.
Yeah, we made it another one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not stumbling in, man. I went the last part of the year, I went sprinting in.
Yeah? Good for you.
Decided to make a little bit of changes in some of the things that I do, and one of them could possibly affect the show.
Okay.
I did decide to close a couple of my gambling accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to close them up. And the reason why I'm doing this, and I really want to publicly say this, that I'm going to invest in green stocks.
Green stocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, if you don't know what that is, that's legalized marijuana stocks. And I'm watching what's happening in Canada, man. And it's this absolutely amazing thing. So there was my little shot, giving everyone an opportunity to come along with me. I might not be picking the games anymore. I ended up a very solid year last year.
Yeah.
Up 300% profit again.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
For the third straight year. So
congratulations.
Yeah.
On a successful 2017.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is what I do is I actually always zero everything out and then deposit the money in. This time I just took the money.
Took the money, huh?
Yeah, and ran.
Yeah.
And I'm run. But I'm going to invest it. But
well, at least you slowed down enough to get here.
That's right.
Does Mrs. Belknap know that you
She does. She does. She was actually very supportive. Very supportive. Yeah. So I literally have one bet left.
I mean, that's really what we're counting on here. Yeah.
The reason why I didn't close all three is because I have one left. It's Golden Knights, $100 ticket, 15-1 for them to win the Stanley Cup. So.
15-1. All right.
Yeah. If they lose, it's okay. I mean, the money's already. I'm still in the plus either way. So.
Yeah, well, listen, honestly, I think the Knights are playing out of their mind.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And it would just be that real dream year if they were to somehow pull off a Stanley Cup win.
Well, I'm watching them and not just win games, but actually winning games against quality opponents. They beat L.A., they beat Anaheim. They went to L.A., they beat them both. They came home, they beat them both.
Yeah.
They
and those are the teams they're going to have to learn to beat on a frequent basis.
Well, to win their division, especially.
Absolutely.
So you have that, and then again, they picked up a win against Nashville.
Yep.
And I mean, it's just the way that they're playing is unbelievable. Shut out Toronto on New Year's Eve.
My goodness, yeah.
I mean, come on, this is good stuff.
Well, needless to say, we're really excited to be here. Busy weekend this past weekend.
Yep.
And of course, the playoffs now, as far as the NFL are concerned, are locked and loaded, as well as the national championship game.
That's right.
And of course, the semifinals were on January 1st. Mm-hmm. A real nail biter, the first one.
Yeah.
Georgia and Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's a good game.
A very good game, and didn't see it ending that way.
Right.
I really thought that at that point when Oklahoma got up 17 points, I think that this is going to be it.
Yep.
And then a surprise move just before the half, 6 seconds left. They elect to squib kick,
right,
which didn't work out well. Quick pass out of bounds, and Georgia drills a 55-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Quick 3 points that nobody suspected are coming along.
Those freebies are tough ones.
And again, of course, the game goes into overtime.
Right.
And what can I say? It wasn't won by a kicker, but it may have very well been lost by a kicker.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know what? Just watching those two games, they're both fun. I mean, I'm not very excited about SEC final. But hey, they're not here to entertain me. Actually, you know what?
Nobody pays. Unfortunately, throws us any money that way either to lean one way or the other.
So yeah. Let me just give you a quick idea I had.
Okay.
Okay. So what I think they should do, we should figure out a way to start another college league, right? A complete league, and we'll start pulling these teams out of the NCAA that are sick of the SEC getting the championship bid every year.
I'm still listening.
Okay, so we got so it's got some merit.
Yes, it does.
So at the end of the day, it'll be the SEC championship game, SEC championship game, and then the finals.
And then the finals.
Yeah, which is the SEC.
Okay.
Because that's all that's going to be left. Because I think we could literally pull every single team that are just tired of watching this.
Yeah, I think it is what it is.
Yeah.
Very happy to see UCF.
Yep.
Finish.
Oh, that's great.
13-0, undefeated.
Yep.
Beat Auburn, a very tough SEC
Plus 10,
team.
I had it, and I was upset I didn't bet money line.
And but again, congratulations, and of course their coach is moving on.
Yes.
But what a turnaround story as far as
0-12 to 13-0 doesn't get any better than that.
I don't think when is that going to get done again?
Never.
And then of
That's
course
a tough shot.
Then beat in a bowl game. It wasn't one of the bowls where you kind of like it's an afterthought. You're playing Auburn.
Yeah.
A very tough Auburn team.
Yep.
But congratulations to them.
Oh, absolutely. It's a good game.
And unfortunately, the Pac-12 just really took it on the chin this year. I mean, last count it was 1-8. I think they finished. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course Michigan cost the Big Ten the perfect record.
Perfect record, yeah.
8-0 going into that game. And
I'd written that game off 19-3. I thought, well, that's that. And went on my merry little way over to Jason Martinez's famous Menudo New Year's bash for brunch, and then goes, yeah, man, Michigan lost that game. We'll go, what game?
Yeah,
I thought maybe it was a basketball game that was on at the same time. But
yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I didn't watch it anyway.
Okay,
had no interest. So we have Pro Kick on the line, I believe.
Yeah, do we have them? All right, well then, listen. By all means, let's get them on. And who do we have from Pro Kick joining?
Chappy.
Chappy,
you on the line?
How you going, lads?
Hey,
Chappy, how you doing, man?
Going really well. Get on and hear you guys paying out on kickers.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, listen, Happy New Year, first of all.
Thank you. Yeah, we celebrated ours before you do. And like always, we're a step ahead.
Yeah, indeed. And listen, another successful campaign for Pro Kick with regard to getting kickers in the United States in D1 football, D2 football, as well as the pro ranks. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, no, it's been another interesting, I guess we'll call it our own season, in terms of what's coming for 2018. I think we're getting coaches are becoming a little bit more proactive, and currently, as it stands, I think we've got 19 or 21 additions to Division 1 football for 2018 already. So there'll be at least 20 new names playing Div 1 football this year that are either still preparing to go over, or a junior college who are going to finally progress up. So and we've still got 5 or 6 months to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another 7 or 8 guys put onto that list. So it's going to be an exciting year.
Well, before the actually during our college special, the last show of 2017, how many kickers did we determine were in the bowl games from Pro Kick?
I think 21.
21.
Yep.
Of your lads were in bowl games for the 2017-2018, and that is pretty outstanding from a group like Pro Kick, man. And I didn't mean that the way it came out. Okay, folks, believe me, I did not mean it that way. For an outfit the size of Pro Kick.
We were blessed and humbled, and we pushed really hard, but there's only so much football we can watch of a week
Yeah, it's good stuff. Hey, so I do have followed the Eagles obviously on Twitter, and I just noticed that they signed Cameron Johnson to a future.
Yeah.
That was like an hour ago.
He performed really well in the preseason last year. We were probably surprised that he didn't get the job, but sometimes, timing and contracts, have it play out that way. But he certainly did enough. Probably thought for a while that he was going to get an invite back. So, to get the second invite, nearly get the job and get invited back would be certainly another step towards, getting a starting spot. So if he's working hard in the off season and I guess pushes as hard as we know he will, I wouldn't be surprised if he does take that next step and ends up with the job.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that'd be outstanding.
That'd be your second kicker in professional sport, in NFL.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're hoping to add to that number. Last year we had Sam Irwin-Hill, who was at the Cowboys, for the pre-season, and we've got a couple of guys coming through in the draft year this year, and it's Michael Dixon's just left Texas. There's Joe Zima, who's Incarnate Word, and a couple of guys with some really strong legs. Keith Ruzak, who was at Eastern Kentucky, a senior. Jordan Berry's in the NFL, and
right.
He broke a few records of Jordan. So there's plenty of guys. There's plenty of guys coming through, which I know it's a pretty hard job to get. So you've got to be prepared to stick at it for 2 or 3 years to be able to get your shot.
Well, looking at it from the standpoint, 32 people have that job. It's not like they signed a bunch of punters, but I watched that game with Michael Dixon in it, and he was absolutely placing the ball in that game. It was just amazing to watch not only the way he kicked and played, but the reaction from Twitter. Like literally saying, "This, I've never seen a punter be able to put the ball like this guy puts it." Yeah. And then I think he ended the season somewhere around 52 plays inside of 20, where he put the other team inside of 20. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and that's the stat that the GMs are absolutely looking at.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's difficult to put somebody in maybe as a draft pick, but those are the stats that go down, and that's what they're looking for nowadays. It's ball placement, and these guys are they're dropping these things down there, and they're just sticking.
Yeah.
Or bouncing straight up in the air and allowing teams to come down and cover them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I remember, Chappy, seemed like it was just a few years ago that whenever you guys came to the States, how many cities did you actually end up visiting to visit your players? Maybe it was just a handful.
Well,
how's that going to work out now?
Probably ended up. Well, now it seems to be. We do the trip now, so we try and go somewhere different every year that we've never been. So it allows us now that we don't have to fly from one end of the country to the other. We can basically just get in a car and drive, and we're only 2 or 3 hours away from the next state or the next college. So it gives us a good opportunity to get around and see all the boys and visit schools that we haven't been to at all of the different levels, and get them a good chance to catch up with us and show everyone around and what they do and where they live and where they eat and drink and have a bit of fun. So
nice. That's amazing.
The trips are pretty exciting.
That's amazing.
Good stuff.
You really get a chance to meet and greet and speak with these ADs and coaches, and so that they can get an idea of just where these guys are coming from.
Yeah, the talking to the coaches is great. They do get a bit, I'll not say taken aback, but we literally say, "Hey, we're coming through." They don't sometimes realise that we've got 20 in tow, and we're going to walk our way through the locker rooms. And there was a really funny story this year where we were this year, I can't remember. This is how long things ago. I forget when we were going. We had a young player who actually ended up at Virginia Tech. His name's Oscar Bradburn. And when we went through and visited at Ohio State, he at the time he wasn't going to Virginia Tech. He had interest from Michigan, and so we went through Ohio State, and we told the weights coach, oh yeah, you know, this guy's going here and this guy's going here, and these are guys who haven't been placed yet, and we mentioned the kid on purpose that it looked like he was going to Michigan. Anyway, they basically grabbed him by the shirt and pushed him out the door and locked him out the front and put him outside the building. He didn't end up even going to Michigan, but it was hilarious. We didn't see him for like an hour and a half because we got the tour and he was locked outside the building.
That's great. Yeah, they're a little bitter down there just because it's going to take them about 20 years to catch up to them beating us. So.
Ouch.
That's all right. Well, Chappy, we got to come to the end of that segment, but looking at the Super Bowl, what do you got? What teams you like since we're starting the playoffs?
Other than the Steelers.
Well, yeah, but I think that they're a chance to make it. I believe that they're probably going all right. Oh yeah, the Super Bowl's an interesting one. We spend so much time looking at the college game to double that and vigorously watch and keep up with the NFL's quite tricky to do. So that's why we do really keep it pretty simple and say, well, we'll support whoever's in there that we know. And then that's about it. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say the Steelers.
There you go. Right. Hey, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
We'll take that.
We'll absolutely take that. How about the national championship game between Alabama and Georgia?
Well, yeah, that's an interesting one because Alabama have been so strong, and they're always up there, and they're always going to put themselves into they're always going to be strong when they play. They've been proven to be, they got beaten by Clemson. Like, they're always going to be tough, but you can beat them. Now, I was in Nashville this year and watched Georgia play Vanderbilt, and they just look they look big and angry. So this is going to be a great game. I think those boys, put it this way, those boys or those young men, they're going to be sore after the game. I've got no doubt, because I think this will be a real grudge match of who's bigger and stronger and who's going to run over, who can run over the other team. So I think, again, the SEC, like I said, whether you like different conferences or not, I think these two guys they're going to bash the hell out of each other.
Nice.
No.
Sounds good.
It's going to absolutely be a grudge match.
All right, well, keep up the good work. We're definitely paying attention. I'm always on top of you guys, watching your retweets and getting those guys' names out there. So I appreciate everything you guys do with us, and just keep up the great work.
No worries, lads. No worries. I'll be floating around there. Oh, actually, I nearly made it through there. Funny story. I was driving from Utah through to California, and basically didn't realise that there's not big petrol stations between Utah and Las Vegas.
No.
And I had no cell phone, no Wi-Fi, and basically no petrol. rolled my way into a bit of a misjudgment on my part, but anyway, I'm still here, still kicking.
There you go. Good job.
All right, man. We really appreciate you taking the time, Chappy.
Thanks, guys.
And by the way, congratulations on the Ashes.
Well, hey, that's a given. We beat those competitions.
Well, I didn't want to jinx it early on.
We just love our sport over here, and we'll take it up to anyone in the world.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks again, Chappy. Appreciate it, man.
Okay, take care, mate.
Thanks, guys. Catch you.
All right. Mr. Chapman, Chappy himself from Pro Kick Australia. Always good to talk to him.
Yeah, the guys are doing great.
And it looks like they're really going to need a few weeks to spend here in the States, just covering the campuses where they're.
I'd like to go with them, man. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's going to be
especially the part he was talking about at the end, going drinking.
Oh my goodness, the road trip with these guys. It's got to be off the top.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to be joined by an in-studio guest. We're going to switch over to hoops. And there's actually a Las Vegas Hoops tournament coming up this Friday.
That's right.
All right, Southern Nevada Sports News coming to you from WWDBTV.com. We'll be right back.
Need help with your taxes? Numbers not adding up? Wondering how recent tax changes might affect you? Don't pay more in taxes than you have to. Give us a call. No matter how complex your taxes may be, the best tax professionals are at your disposal. For fast refunds and professional service, give us a call today.
Hi, I'm Bob Allen with Bob Allen Golf. I want to invite you to the newest, most exciting golf store in Las Vegas. At Bob Allen Golf, we handle everything for your game. We have men and women's apparel, shoes, golf balls, tees, gloves. Most of all, we do custom fittings. We want to make sure that your game is at its top performance. We have 2 PGA professionals on staff. They'll be glad to walk you through the steps and the process to get that game exactly where you want to get it. Come on into Bob Allen Golf. Bob Allen Golf is located at 6415 South Fort Apache Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89148. Don't forget to visit us at boballengolf.com. And remember, at Bob Allen Golf, your game is in the bag.
All right, we are back for round 2. Southern Nevada Sports News coming to you from WWDBTV.com. My name is Bill Miller, co-host along with
Jeff Belknap.
And as you can see, we have an in-studio guest. I'd like to thank and welcome Kimm Muhammad of Unit 1 Sports. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing fine. And yourself?
Well, I'm doing great. And Happy New Year, first
Same
of all.
to you. Same to you. It's always good to see another year.
Amen. I mean, it's almost like, and I actually stayed awake for New Year's this year.
Yeah?
I didn't have to set my alarm clock for just before. But I was actually awake at New Year's, so I actually had a chance to.
Better you than me, because I wasn't.
Well, that's been a problem before. I missed the fireworks. I woke up the first year in my place. I had a view of the Strip.
Beautiful.
And I woke up and all I was smoke. I was like, oh, man. But listen, Unit 1 Sports, you're working primarily with high school?
High school.
High school?
Yeah. What I do, I go throughout the greater Las Vegas Valley. I cover players that are not really spoke about that much, that are not given the platform as much as, the other schools, like a Gorman. We all know those players, and, we all know players in the past, like a Troy Brown Jr. We all know those players. But it's a lot of children in this valley that can play at that level that many people don't know, and my job is to go out and give those players the necessary exposure that is needed for them to have a platform for themselves to create some storm around them.
Yeah,
and that's what I do.
All right,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a bit about, first of all, how you came about starting Unit 1?
Unit 1 Hoop started approximately 5 years ago, and it was really based around academics. We focus on basketball, but my theory is basketball is like life. Whatever you put into it, that's exactly what you get out of it.
That's the truth.
So what I did was, it started 5 years ago, basically with my son desiring me to, start a AAU travel team, and I said, no, sir. But he bugged me and bugged me and bugged me, so we started one. I really, didn't have enough time to give to it like I wanted to, but I knew that I wanted to stay involved, because that's something that me and my wife have done over the years. My wife was a top softball player in the city in the early 90s here in Las Vegas. Her senior years, she was one of the top players, batted .500, had a scholarship to UNLV, and we always have been an academic family and a sports family.
Yeah.
So all of my children have played. My son played in college at Tuskegee. He just graduated.
Okay.
He's in law school at UNLV.
Nice.
And my 2 daughters play softball and soccer. And my youngest one, he's the man. So he plays basketball. So, that's how Unit 1 came about. And what we still do as of today, we go throughout the greater Las Vegas Valley. We acknowledge basketball players who are excelling in school, not just on the court but also off the court, and we give them academic awards. So this is what some of the things that we do and provide those type of services to the city.
That's beautiful. That's great.
Wow. So are you a local?
Yeah, I am. Actually, no, I consider myself to be a local now. Anything past 25 years, man,
You're
is
a local.
Right.
You're a local.
Yeah.
So I've been here for 25 years. I'm originally from Inglewood, California.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Inglewood High, class of '75.
Oh man, you my arch enemy, man.
Morningside?
Morningside, yes, sir. So, I played at Morningside. Our school was predominantly a basketball program, and we didn't put out a lot of big-time players, a lot of people that I know in the city, and I still know a lot of pro athletes, you know. And one of my best friends now, his name is Trevor Diggs. He's from New York City. And he was a big-time player here in the city. He played for UNLV under Jim Bano. Bill Bano.
Yeah, Bill
so,
Bano,
you know, me and him are
That's
real
a long
close.
time ago.
That's a long time ago.
Man,
yeah. I know Moses
that's a
Curry. I know all them fellas. You
Well,
know.
I can go back even further. I graduated with Reggie Theus,
He from Inglewood.
class of '75.
Yes, sir. So why you sit me next to him?
It's time to let it go, man. New year,
It's time
baby.
to let it go. Yes, sir. But no, you know, so we try to really, really, man, push these children to understand, man, if you're going to be committed to this game, there's a certain level of commitment that is necessary for you to excel at a high level.
That's right.
And these are some of the things that, you know, I promote and I get out. You know, we do interviews, live interviews. I try to give them a platform to where they become mature adults.
That's right.
You know, in the sports world, because, you know, it's a world within itself.
That's right.
Well, that and communication skills are important.
Very much so. Very much so.
I mean, you know, and you know, you can tell if you look at somebody interviewing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whether they've done it before or whether they feel at ease just, you know, speaking
Right.
and engaging in conversation with someone.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's very important to be able to communicate.
And that's one of the things that we want them to do. We want them to see their mistakes. So, you know, 2 or 3 years from now, they go back, you know, on YouTube, they see their mistake, they laugh at it, say, look how much I have grown over the time. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And you know, in terms of, first of all, where are you based at?
Man, we everywhere. You know,
Okay.
we don't have no home base. You know, we everywhere. Wherever there's a game is, like tonight, I know it's 4 games going on. And, you know, if I wasn't here, I'll be at one of the games. So, you know, I know that I'm everywhere. You know, I try to be in a gym. Once a gym open up, they know that I'm there, you know.
Yeah. All right. Are you folks on social media? I mean,
I'm on social media. Our Twitter handle is U1Hoop. A lot of people know us. You know, we have a lot of coaches follow us, not just local coaches, but also college coaches. You know, I have had some reach out to me about certain players in the Valley. You know, that's, you know, I love that. You know, I want to see our children have an opportunity. You know,
That's right.
Yeah, so, you know, that's what I promote. You know, if I'm in Arizona, you know, Eastern Arizona hit me about a child, man, I send them a whole sheet on about 20 of them.
That's great.
Yeah. And you know, if folks want to reach out to you, how do they? You know,
They can reach me at our email address.
Okay.
It's u1hoop@gmail.
is that ONE?
HOO hoop.
Okay.
P@gmail.
The number one.
Yeah, the number 1.
Yeah.
And you know, I also write. I do, like, you know, once a month I probably put out like 12 articles. You know, I get a lot of parents that read my articles because it's really giving them an insight on, you know, the game, because the game is a business now. You know,
That's right.
It's not playing checkers anymore. You're playing chess, and you got to make sure that you know how to strategize and maneuver your pieces on the board, because if not, you will be lost in the shuffle. That's even at the high school level. You know, there's a lot of politics that come along with this game, and, you know, I just want parents to be understandable about what they're getting themselves involved in, you know, in this day and time, because sports is a high level thing now today on all levels. You know, me and my wife, we experienced that with my oldest son, you know, being at Tuskegee playing football and things of that nature, man. It's a lot of politics that come along with it. And if you are not educated as a parent about athletics in general, then you are lost in the shuffle. So my job through my blog site, which is U1Hoop, Unit 1, you can go there and read. I have over 90 articles that they can read about many different things, and I do a ranking. I do city rankings. I write about players, local players. I make videos for them. I just do it. I don't charge anything. I just do it because I love the game, you know, and I've been around it for I've been around it all my life.
Right.
You know, so, yeah.
That's great. Well, you know, Bill and I got started with the same mentality, you know, because when we got started up, it was actually, we saw a hole that a lot of players were just kind of falling through.
Right.
So we kind of stepped in at the time. We started a football team.
Okay.
Which kind of has expanded out to doing what we do now. And I just want to give you an open door. If you have some players that want some exposure, just call me and schedule it, and we'll get them on here.
Man, I have the whole valley. Be careful.
And you know what? I'm totally good with that, because this is what I'm seeing. Not only is it, you know, are there kids going to college, but the way the whole world is changing as far as basketball.
Right.
You know, their doors are being opened to go and play overseas, and you know, basically for it to become a job for them.
Literally.
And give them an opportunity to travel the world and stuff. That's not how it was when we were younger.
No, not at all.
You know, so the opportunities are definitely there. So to have somebody like you that's kind of like guiding them in a sense is very important.
You know, it's a lot of people in this valley that are doing some great things. You know, it's a fella that, you know, just was on my Twitter handle. He's from the Las Vegas Knicks. He has teamed up with the Tarkanian Basketball Academy.
Is it Bigby?
Bigby.
Yeah.
And they're doing some good things over there. You
Son's
know.
a great football player, man. We just watched him play in the Clark. And, oh, my gosh.
I think his daughter's a better basketball
Oh,
player.
yeah? Nice.
She played for Centennial. So
she plays for Centennial. That's a great
So that's a power. Yeah, that's a power school. You know, it's other people in the valley that are doing some great things. You know, a program out here that has basketball and football in place called Saving Our Sons.
Okay.
That's a very unique organization that's doing a lot of good things for a lot of student athletes from the inner city. You know, we want to promote and push those type of things in the valley because we believe that sports is a community-based thing, and we want to promote that to its highest level.
Absolutely.
You know, basketball is just my love, and it's not a high school player that you could tell me about in this city that I probably don't know.
That's good. It's good. It's a good place to be. Well, that's one of the reasons why I reached out to you, because I see a lot of the players, but normally it's the top players. And, you know, as much as I would love to be at every game, like you have the time to do it. Like, so me just following your page, I'm like, oh, let me look at this guy. Let me look at this guy. So I'm actually getting a lot of information from what you're doing.
Oh man, we appreciate it.
You know, so it's I appreciate it because it makes my job in a sense easier. You know, because then I can focus on, you know, certain guys. But I'd like to reach out to the other players as well.
Okay.
Because you know, someone like myself that was a good player in high school, but maybe I didn't have the right attitude.
Right.
So I ended up, you know, just going to college regular, which if I had somebody that was guiding me, I probably could have got a lot further. So, you know, just having people around that are like, hey, just putting your arm over somebody, let me talk to you for a second. You know, I'm watching a couple of the kids that, you know, have very poor grades.
Right.
You know, so I have an opportunity because of my platform to be able to like, hey, what are you doing? You know.
Man, and that's great. You know, and that's one of the things that we look for. You know, I go into these schools and they give me the opportunity when I present the award to speak to these young men about education and the value of education and the things that you could extract from education to help you pursue your goals and your dreams in your life. So these are some of the things that I promote from the basketball platform that I have within the city, and I want to continue to grow it, you know, as much as possible. You know, like I said, there's players in the city, man, that have some game. You would be amazed. At the D2 level, now it's a school out here that was formerly known as Andre Agassi, but now it's called Democracy Prep.
Yep.
They are ranked in the nation 815. That is enormous high for a D2 school out of this valley. They're the number 9 ranked team in the state overall, and they're the number 1 ranked team in the 2A division. That's unheard of for a school that only have 26 seniors, you know, overall.
Wow.
Yeah,
you know, so
great.
they have beat 5 4A schools and 1 3A school this year. And you know, that's unheard of, but too many people don't know about them players, and they have some outstanding players that play on that team, man. Just like, you know, children from Coronado that many people don't know about. They have the best freshmen in they have one of the top 10 freshmen in the country that play on their team. So many people don't know those type of things, and I just want everybody to know who our city is and what we're about.
I'm with it.
Absolutely.
Let's get them on here.
Absolutely. I mean, we've always used this as a platform for prep sports, youth sports in general. And, you know, and then every now and then, obviously, we're fortunate to maybe have a professional athlete come through, or representative.
College,
and, you know, get them on the phone and talk to them or bring them into the studio. But it's nice. I mean, we've been, this year, 2017, I think we had more prep players
than ever.
We've ever
Wow.
had.
Every year, just it increases, and really at all sports.
And our following and our viewers and you know, people that are tuning into the show has, you know, expanded, you know,
that's good,
exponentially.
Wow.
And I think that's a direct cause, and we've always felt that, you know, when we started the Vegas Kings football team, it was because there's just no junior college football in the entire state of Nevada. And, you know, coming from California, JUCO sports, and especially JUCO football, was king.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, we just couldn't understand it, but it's that huge gap where these young men suddenly they graduate either through poor grades, you know, not a good SAT. Maybe they ran into some problems with, you know, the law, have some kids, family issues. There's a myriad of problems, or that can maybe keep a child from maybe moving up to that next level. But there was no further them to go other than out of state.
And it's so crazy.
Language here.
So crazy that you said that. You know, I fall within that category. Being from Morningside High School, my grades were poor. It wasn't that I couldn't do it. You know, everything was fed to me playing high school basketball. So when I got here, my grades were falsified. You know, you hear about the holdback thing. Now it's a big thing, and people really don't know where holdback started from. It started in 1973 in Alabama. That's where the holdback thing started. It didn't never start with football. It didn't start with basketball. It actually started with football. You know, for parents, you know, trying to compete with the bigger schools in Alabama.
Yeah.
And you know, and I was subjected, me personally, to that. So when I moved here, you know, they had falsified my grades, moved me back, and, you know, helped me. And I went to Old Vegas, and I excelled at a very high level, but my SAT scores were low, even though I still had an opportunity to play, but it didn't work out. And these are some of the things that we want to curtail with our children, because, you know, we don't want them to get lost in the shuffle or slip through the cracks, you know. So education is one of my big focal points, and my wife would kill me if I didn't come on here and talk about it.
And that's important.
It's very
Believe
important.
me.
Believe me. Yeah. And we completely understand that, and we sympathize with the missus. You know, we completely understand.
Yeah, so, man, I love y'all having me on, man. It's a great thing. You know, I didn't really know about your program at first, but, man, I went through and I looked back on YouTube. I said, oh, man, these fellas, they doing something over here, man. You know, these young people need to know about this, you know.
Yeah. And
more young people, when I go out and meet with these coaches in the Valley, because I get an opportunity to go in and sit on the high school level practices. So, you know, I get to interact with the coaches. I'm going to make sure that I mention you guys, man. It's very important that more people listen to your radio program and, you know, view it. You know, because I can see myself on television.
You know, and on top of that, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we try to keep it light. You know, we'll ask some personal questions, but nothing ever uncomfortable. And, you know, I think there's a lot of people that just don't know what it's like.
Right.
And if we left it up to the local media, it would never happen.
Exactly.
And that's one of the reasons why Bill and I, you know, have kind of shifted this a little bit, because we know that as many good players are out there, there might be 1-2 that they're going to talk about, you know, at max.
Yeah.
In football, it's kind of, they've stepped up their game. I have to give the local media, the Sun and the RJ have really stepped up their game and doing a lot with football. Still missing it a little bit on basketball. That's why when I saw you on there, I'm like, I got to get this guy on, because with all of us working together, we can make stuff happen. I mean, you were talking about people that follow you on your page. Same thing with us.
Right.
You know, I go through and personally find the scouts at all the universities and
That's
follow
cool.
them, and they follow me back.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
They're watching what we're posting, and, you know, the interviews and whatnot. So it is important, and it gives the players an opportunity to express themselves.
Exactly, man. And I look forward to coming back, man. I really do, man. And like you didn't open the door for me, man. I'll make sure I have players, man. You know, my wheels is turning right now.
No, that's great.
It's a lot of players in this city, you know. And I do a ranking. You know, the ranking is really out of fun. You know, I know a lot of people, they get in their feelings with the ranking, but, you know, I'm not a scout or a talent evaluator. I just give an honest assessment, you know, what I see and their potential, and I tell the people the truth. So, you know, I just don't talk about a few players. I talk about from 1 to 100. And I know all of them, you know, from the class of 2021 all the way to the class of 2018. I know all the players, you know. I have a spreadsheet as long as my body.
That's so great.
Well, you know,
that's good, because it shows a passion as well.
I mean, there are 32 schools here.
Yeah.
And I think that people would be, you know, shocked when they hear that number from outside of Las Vegas.
Right.
32 high schools, and sometimes they can literally be blocks away.
Literally.
Yeah. So that's a lot of young men, you know, and a lot of young women who are, you know, are playing a lot of hoops and a lot of football.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of sports in general.
Yes.
You know, but it seems like, man, you are on top of it.
Man, I try to be. You know, I even know some of the football players, you know. But football is a difficult sport to cover. You know, it's an exciting sport. Don't get me wrong. I love football, you know, but I want basketball to be where Las Vegas football is. You know, Las Vegas football is the it thing, you know, and I want to make sure that basketball has an opportunity to do that, because we have some outstanding players in this valley, man. You know, I will travel all up and down the West Coast, you know, looking at players. When our players from our city travel to different camps, you know, I'll make my way. You know, I done been to Arizona, Utah, Colorado, man, New Mexico, California, wherever they go, I'm going, you know, because at the end of the day, I want people to see that there are some children out here that have a real passion. You know, it's over 447 D3 schools that are looking for players, but all these children are chasing D1 schools. It's only 351 D1 schools.
Yeah.
You know, and they only have 14 scholarships for those players.
That's right.
You know, you got 20 scholarships. I mean, you have 20 scholarships on the D2 level. I mean, so man, you can get in, you know, and put your bid in if you go put the work in. You know,
that's right.
You know, and our goal this year, maybe not this year, but next year for sure, is to, you know, create a platform for players who are not being recruited to have college coaches come in and do a closed door session.
Let's do it.
You know, and that's what I want to do.
Beautiful.
You know, that's how my nephew, he got on. He played for Chaminade.
Okay.
You know, through that way. You know, we did a closed door session with 5 players. They came in, man, we want him. And on the spot, they signed him on the spot.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You know,
That's
we've got to
beautiful.
make this happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And whatever we can do to help, you know, this show as a platform.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Even, you know, sweat equity, you know, Jeff and I are both up for it.
Yes, sir. And I'm all in, you know. I'm all in. My wife already knows. Oh, here we go. You know, I'm all in. But she's all in, too. So.
Well, that's right. You know what? And that's the real important thing.
Yeah.
That she's got your back, because it makes makes things more difficult.
Yes, sir.
When you're struggling to get that stuff done.
Yeah. I never had that problem. We've been together, you know, since high school, so we know each other, you know. So, you know, she love it, I love it, and we look forward to continue to do it, you know. And I look forward to having an opportunity to work with you guys in whatever capacity that I possibly can.
Well, the great thing is that we can tell, and I'm sure anybody that's going to watch us can tell, that you have a passion about it, which is one of the hardest things. Like to be able to get to something that you actually like burn and desire to want to do.
Right.
And you know, when I'm out in the football field and I'm shooting video of these kids, man, that's really exciting for me.
It is.
You know, and to go to basketball games and shoot pictures and stuff like this, and to be, you know, we work with the hockey team for quite some time. You know, it gives me the opportunity, because I'm not lacing them up.
Right.
Know? So if somebody's going to let me stand right there and watch these guys play, I'm on that.
Man,
you know?
I'm on it, yeah. So,
But I know that we know a lot of people that are like, just because what you're doing, I know a lot of people that are in the basketball. I think we should do some tournaments.
Man, most definitely, man. I mean, the market is out there to do it, man. A lot of children would love to do it, man. Most children are just looking for an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, and if you give them an opportunity, man, a lot of those children are going to go in there and dig a hole for themselves and open up a door for themselves. So, you know, it's some great student athletes out here, man, and I just want to promote them. And it's also some very good coaches out here. You know, I know a lot of college coaches, like I told you, my buddy Trevor Diggs, he D1 and NBA coaches, that's his thing. Those are his friends, you know, so they come in and they do closed door sessions with my son. A lot of people don't know that. So my son, he has an opportunity to go in and train with professional NBA coaches that come in and do closed door sessions with a few of his players, you know. And I want to be able to create that opportunity, not just for my son, but for all children who desire to want to be a part of that. You know.
Beautiful. I love it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's great.
And again, how can folks reach you or reach out to you?
Man, they can reach out to us on our Twitter handle. It's Unit 1. Our Twitter handle is U1 Hoop Source. Also, they can reach out to us on our Instagram page. You know, we post pictures of all the children in the Valley, you know, girls and boys, because I'm getting a lot of flack from mothers about not posting girls.
Okay.
So I'm changing all of that.
We'll bring the girls on here, too. I mean, we had some softball players on. We actually had Taylor Turney on here.
Wow.
Yeah, she right before she went up to San Jose, came on the show.
Right.
Yeah, she's a really great player. Bill and I went and checked out her game, the championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. A lot of good stuff.
They can reach us on our IG page. Is it Unit 1 Hoop Source also. Mm-hmm. They can reach us at our Gmail, u1hoop@gmail.com. And they can reach me at my personal number, 702-785-2772. My phone never goes off.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
I
24/7.
can only imagine, man. Yeah, man's putting his cell phone number out there, so we've got a couple of minutes left.
Okay.
Before we take a next break. So we're going to put the questions to you.
Let's do it.
This is what we do for every single guest.
Yes, sir.
We hope you're a football fan.
Man, I am.
Okay, and NFL football fan. So now that the playoffs are set, we need you to pick an NFC representative and an AFC representative for the Super Bowl And who wins it out? You can start with either the AFC or
the
NFC.
AFC, Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Pittsburgh. He's going to
Yes,
go
sir.
with Pittsburgh. Okay.
And from the NFC, I know this is going to sound very awkward, but I'm going to, for some reason, Carolina. Even though their defense is like, but I think Cam, you know, he going to pull himself together with all them turnovers he be having. So, yeah.
I like it.
I like. Yeah, we haven't heard Carolina.
No.
Yeah. Okay. And who's going to bag it all?
Man, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds
Listen,
good.
Kimm Muhammad, Unit 1 Sports. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me, man. I look forward to
also
coming back.
an alumni from the Wood.
Oh, my
Can't beat
God.
that. The other side of the Wood, but he's an alumni from the Wood.
Yes, sir.
Unit 1 Sports. Look him up, folks. This man is all over, you know, local high school sports, boys and girl hoops, all over town. We're going to take our next break, and then we're going to be back in just a few minutes. Southern Nevada Sports News coming to you from WWDBTV.com. We'll be right back.